All right, up next, we move to the actual featured fight of the evening in the UFC strawweight division between the former strawweight champion and the number 4 ranked powerhouse in Jessica Bate Estaca Andrade as she takes on another streaking contender in the number 6 ranked Yan Xiaonan. This is a tough matchup, and considering the odds, they have Yan Xiaonan right now at a plus 160, plus 165 underdog to a minus 190, minus 200 favorite for Andrade. I think she'll probably get to minus 200 closer to fight night. I don't know why Andrade is favored that much in a fight that I think is very difficult for Yan Xiaonan. I think when they look at the odds, they're expecting Jessica Andrade to use her power to get inside, take down Yan Xiaonan, work from the top position, work from the half guard, ground and pound, and look to set up a submission. Yes, we saw her lock up a standing arm triangle choke against Amanda Lemos, and Lemos is a monster coming off that big knockout over Marina Rodriguez. Yan Xiaonan fought tooth and nail with Marina Rodriguez in a fight where a lot of people believed she should have won the decision. Rodriguez got the fight via split decision, but able to use some takedowns was Yan Xiaonan. Using takedowns at the end of rounds, was the much faster fighter than Marina Rodriguez. I thought Yan Xiaonan won that fight as well, even though I picked Marina Rodriguez. But looking at this Andrade and Yan Xiaonan fight, I think that Andrade is up against a wall here. I think this is a way tougher fight for Andrade than people are giving Yan Xiaonan credit for. She's much faster than Andrade, in my opinion. But the thing I have to look at is the range and distance control. Hopefully this will open up so I can look at it. Okay, here we go. Looking at the records, 24-10 for Andrade to 16-3 for Yan Xiaonan. 5-5 for Yan Xiaonan, 5-1 for Andrade. So she's going to have a 4-inch height advantage and a 1-inch reach advantage. 62-inch reach for the former champion in Andrade to a 63-inch reach for Yan Xiaonan. I think that even though that number is close, and she only has a 1-inch reach advantage, the height and distance management of Yan Xiaonan and the footwork is going to give Andrade a lot of trouble. Andrade isn't much of a footwork-heavy fighter. She's forward pressure. She's get in your face. She's like the typical Brazilian fighter, right? She's going to push forward, get in your face, look to land body shots, uppercuts, overhands, look to pressure you, push you back, get you up against the cage, and unload with fast combinations. She's got fast punches, and when she puts them together, I mean, it's 4, 5, 6 punch combinations coming at your head and your body, and she's trying to take you out. Andrade is definitely going to be the more powerful and stronger fighter in the cage against Yan Xiaonan. But the more technical fighter, in my opinion, is Yan Xiaonan. She's got better footwork, better lateral movement, better ability to cut those outside angles and use those straight punches as counters, whether it's moving forward in an offensive manner or moving backwards or laterally in this case, and landing good counter shots with the 1-2s down the middle, the beautiful left hook. She trains alongside Team Alpha Male as well, I believe. So she trains alongside Song Yadong. They both have similar striking styles with the boxing. I mean, obviously they're not exactly the same, but they both love to use the left hook, and Xiaonan uses it as a counter to land the left hook as a counter with a check hook and then pivot off, step to the lateral movement, move left and right, and pivot off, get to the outside, and continue moving around the fence, around the cage, I should say. You never really see Xiaonan move in a backward motion. She's never really going to be moving in a straight line backwards. It's more going to be moving backwards, then taking a slight angle change, cutting the angle, and pivoting to get off on the correct angle to be out of the range of potential counter shots. She's going to have to avoid getting pushed up against the fence against Andrade, because I think Andrade's game plan is going to be walking forward, looking to land big shots to the body to tire out Xiaonan, get her up against the cage, and then unload with body shots, uppercuts, hooks. I mean, Andrade moves her head a lot. She's a lot of slip, roll, pull. She's very good with the upper trunk movement, but the footwork isn't really there when it comes to Jessica Andrade. She moves forward and she moves straight backwards. Sometimes she'll cut angles here and there, but she's not really a footwork-heavy fighter. And going up against a fighter who's going to be using the reach a lot better than Andrade, and even though she has a 1-inch reach advantage, she's going to look like she has a much bigger reach advantage, using the longer weapons to keep Andrade away from her and counter off the back foot, use that lateral movement, use the check hooks, use the straight right hands, use the 1-1-2s, use the left hook right hand, use the 2-3. She's going to be a lot quicker in terms of the straight punches. But the combinations with 3, 4, 5, 6 punches, that's going to be more from Andrade. But Andrade is going to have to walk through that fire and get a hold of get a hold of get a hold of Yan Xiaonan in order to do that. I'm sorry. I had a little brain fart right there, but she's going to have to get a hold of Yan Xiaonan up against the cage, push her back, and work from there. She's done it before. I mean, she hurt Cynthia Calvillo with a big body shot, but that was a fighter who allowed her to push her straight backwards, who allowed her to impose her will. I don't think Yan Xiaonan's a fighter who's going to allow Jessica Andrade to impose her will on her and just back straight up and wilt to the pressure. She's going to be the fighter who's going to be landing big shots. I mean, she has a decision victory over Mackenzie Dern, was able to stop a lot of the takedowns, was able to stop the wrestling, stop the jiu-jitsu, get out of potential submission attempts where some of them were pretty close, but Yan Xiaonan was able to stay calm, stay composed, and work her way back up to the feet. So even if Andrade does use her wrestling, use the takedowns, and potentially look to get a submission, I don't think she's going to be able to get that. Now, if we were coming off the Carla Esparza fight, where she got taken down, crucifixed, and ground and pounded into oblivion on the side of Yan Xiaonan, then maybe I would have a little bit of a different perspective on that fight, but we're not. We're coming off of a fight against, one, Marina Rodriguez, and two, Mackenzie Dern, where even though she got taken down, she was able to defend the submissions against one of the best submission artists in the entire division. Even though she got taken down, she was able to work back up to her feet, and she was able to use her range and distance to make Mackenzie Dern almost have a mission impossible to be able to close the distance and get Xiaonan down because of her footwork, because of her range management, because of the long straight punches, because of the front kicks, because of the inside and outside low kicks. These fighters between Xiaonan and Andrade, they're very similar in the fact that they like to use like a reverse Dutchie style or a reverse Thai style combo, where instead of setting up the kicks with the punches, jab, cross, hook, right, low kick, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, right, low kick, 1, 2, 3, lead inside, low kick, 2, drag across, inside kick. They use their kicks to set up their punches. So it's a reverse kind of Dutchie style combination where they'll go inside low kick, right hand, outside low kick, right hand, inside low kick, right hand, left hook, outside low kick, left hook, right hand. Like, they're going to be using their kicks to direct the opponent into the punches. Kind of like Matt Frivola does, where he'll kick the inside low kick and try to come over the top with the overhand right, like a Dan Henderson. Similar to that, but not exactly the same. She's going to have to avoid getting pressured and pushed up against the fence. The fence is fire for Yan Xiaonan. She cannot get pushed up against the cage. She cannot get her back to the cage. But with her lateral movement, with her footwork, with her angles, her angle shifts, her ability to step off on an angle and pivot and work her long-rangey punches, I think she's going to be able to pick apart Jessica Andrade for the majority of this fight. And I could even see a TKO similar to the fight with Zhang Weili and Jessica Andrade, where she's walking forward with big pressure. Xiaonan catches her moving in. Boom, boom, 1-2 down the center and catches her right on the chin and hurts her and puts her away. I think that Xiaonan should not be this big of an underdog at all. And I'm actually pretty confident in Xiaonan to be able to pick apart Jessica Andrade. I know Andrade is a former champion. I know she's beat some of the best, but she's never been the best technically speaking. She's been a pile driver, which is her nickname. She's been a forward pressure Wolverine. She's been able to use her strength against girls who couldn't deal with it. But she's been able to impose her will, move forward, and break a lot of these girls. With the footwork and movement of Xiaonan, you know who else gave Jessica Andrade a lot of trouble? Rose Namajunas. You know why? Because of her footwork, her angles, her ability to mix it up, her ability to slip off the center line and pivot, move left and move right, back step, slip off. That's the same type of style that Xiaonan uses. And even though I think Rose Namajunas is probably a little bit better technically, I think Xiaonan is probably faster. So I'm going to go with the underdog here in Yan Xiaonan, and I do not think that she should be an underdog. So give me the plus 160, my number 6 ranked fighter in the women's strawweight division, to defeat the number 4 ranked former strawweight champion in Jessica Andrade. Give me Yan Xiaonan to defeat Jessica Bate Estaca Andrade via a 30-27 or 29-28 unanimous decision. I'll go 29-28 unanimous decision for the underdog, plus 160 in Yan Xiaonan to defeat the former champion in Andrade. I think that this is a terrible matchup for Andrade, and I don't expect her to go to the wrestling. So I'm going to go with the underdog here in Xiaonan to pick up the upset, and I don't even think it should be lined like this, against the number 4 ranked Jessica Andrade via a 29-28 unanimous decision.